My name is Luqman. I'm the director of Irwin Real Estate, and today I'm going to give you an insight to Siniya Island. Now, we've done two previous videos for this project. Number one was when the first building was launched, and they launched 4 and 5 bedroom villas. And the second video you may or may not have seen, but both are linked in the description below, would be an actual site visit onto the island to give us an understanding of what the island looks like right now, and of course then the ability to imagine what is to come. I mean, just having a look at that render over here, you can see how significant this project is going to be. And it's only part of the island, so lots to come. But in this video, we're going to have a look at Coastline. Coastline is the latest launch. There's been 5 projects that have previously launched, and they're all sold out. So we're gonna go through Coastline, understand the location within the community, understand the different types of properties, what kind of amenities residents and investors can expect in this particular building. Also, we're gonna quickly summarize what has happened in the island, what sort of future plans there are in the area, and who we expect coming into Ras Al Khaimah and Coin. Of course, there's talks about tourism being a massive driver in that part of the world, especially when you have the Wynn Casino, the resorts, the brand new infrastructure that's been put in place, expansion of the airports. It's all very interesting, but we'll get into that towards the end of the video. But yeah, Siniya Island. Let's get a little bit closer and let's understand what this island has to offer. Like I mentioned, this is only part of the island. So there is an opportunity for Sobha to get involved and acquire more of the land. And also there is an opportunity for some meaningful names to come in, which I can't mention because nothing is confirmed as of yet. I mean, if you reference back to the last video, and maybe we'll put a few clips into this video just so you can see, and you'll understand that, you know, as the island is now, it's a natural island. It's something that's not been man-made, and it is beautiful. I mean, clear water. I was pleasantly surprised to see, you know, fish, wildlife, gazelles, there was birds, and it was a beautiful place. So you can imagine a developer like Sobha that is phenomenally good in terms of when it comes to quality, coming in and doing a full renovation on a natural island, making sure everything is manicured, making sure everything is beautiful, and as you would expect from a 5-star sort of living situation. So if this is the first video you're watching on Siniya Island, what I'll do is I'll quickly give you an insight to the different areas and what is expected. Essentially over here, you've got the main strip of villas. Those were 4 and 5 bedroom properties. Then you've got this whole area here, and that is these are residential buildings. And then you've got more residential buildings over here. You've got a golf course in this area, and then you've got a marina. So the marina is going to have higher water. So essentially anyone coming from the resorts on Al Marjan side in Ras Al Khaimah, they can come in their yachts, in their boats, and dock up here in the marina. So it'll be a higher level of water. Here it's more for residents and tourists to enjoy with the water sports. But over here it's a marina style of living with retail, with the yacht club, with various F&Bs and retail spaces. So that gives you an idea of those areas. Now they have added some additional villas in this area here, which I'll get to in a second and I'll show you. And then you've got 2 resorts. So the first resort is over here and the second one is over here as well. Putting that on the side, let's have a look at the map overview. So as I mentioned, this is the main strip, and then you've got the clubhouse, which is this area here, some of the buildings to come on the marina side of the development, and then you've got some of the launches that have already happened. So first project, sold out. Second, sold out. Third, sold out. Fourth, sold out. Fifth, virtually sold out now, and we're on to Coastline, which is the 6th launch on Siniya Island in terms of residential buildings. So what's important to notice is, I remember when this particular project launched, and I understood how long it took for the prime units to be sold, because of course, you know, those are the units that go the fastest. And then the balance of units were sold, and then we moved over to the next project. The pace in which these projects are getting sold has dramatically increased. So there's a lot more people involved. There's a lot more people that have learned about this one, missed out, got into the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. Also, we've noticed the developer has done significant amounts of marketing. So if you go to JBR, if you go to the airports, internationally on social media, but lots of billboards around town for tourists to see and investors. So it is becoming very significant. And we only saw this when we got around this corner here. We saw a lot of advertising. So that's definitely something that is going to push the prices up. Of course, there's a lot more people coming in. I mean, when this building launched, that literally sold, all the prime units sold virtually immediately. So getting a prime unit for me is the only option. I wouldn't buy something subprime for the sake of buying, because when it comes to resale, when it comes to renting this property, it's going to be significant. So let's understand exactly what is on offer here. So Coastline is the latest development. You've seen it, the location on the map. Now I'm trying to give you a quick insight to the different types of properties that you can secure. You've got 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 2 bedroom duplexes, and then 3 bedroom duplexes. So there's a few different locations that you can buy. So it'll be interesting just to show you on the map where they would be located. Now, in terms of a more detailed understanding of these properties, I will go through in another video. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can have a look and absorb that information. Of course, feel free to reach out. My telephone number is also there. So let's have a look at an overview of the project. So you can see this is Coastline. This is a render of what the project is going to look like. You've got the ground floor, which is direct beach access. Starting from the bottom. So these units in the middle here, they're all 2 bedroom duplexes. And then you've got 3 bedroom duplexes over here at the base of the buildings. There's 4 buildings. So you've got A, B, C, and D. A is generally going to be fully furnished. So you'll get a furniture package included in the purchase price. And let's move on. Generally 1 beds. 1 bed you're going to find in these sort of locations and just on the opposite side, so just in the center of the building. This is quite nice because your 1 beds will still get a nice view of the amenities that will be on the podium level and then over onto the beach and onto the sea. In terms of 2 bedroom options, you're generally going to find them here, over on this part of the building and then on the reverse side. And then 3 bedrooms, now this is where things get really interesting, is you've got 3 bedroom duplexes in the sky. So you can see you've got 1 balcony here, and then you've got the second level to that apartment. I mean, that's something really interesting, especially because in the last projects, they didn't have that. It was reserved for a 2 bedroom corner unit right at the front with a very large terrace. So having a look at the location and just to understand what kind of views to go for and buy, of course, have a conversation with me if it's something that you're interested in, because then we can, have a look at and see what type of property and what would be the prime view for you to go for. But generally, I would stay away from these locations on the side because obviously that's directly backing onto another building. And then you've got anything facing towards this way or facing this way. You'll get to enjoy amenity view as well as that beautiful sea view. What's really interesting is that the sunset is in this direction. So before you had a trade-off in these buildings here, where if you face towards the beach and the amenities, then you would lose that sunset view. This one you get to face the amenities, face the sunset, as well as look at that beautiful beach, and you get to see all of these beaches in the distance. What's also interesting is if you buy at the back of the building here, you've got quite an open view over towards the sea, over towards the resort as well. So that's something quite nice as well. So that gives you an insight to what is happening in terms of the types of properties. What kind of amenities can you expect? Of course, number 1 is that beautiful beach, natural beach enhanced by Sobha, the developer. Also, you're going to have water sports there. You're going to have an outdoor cinema. you're going to have various swimming pools, you're going to have a fitness studio and a fitness center. I mean, there's lots to keep everyone entertained within this community, even if you didn't want to travel out to the clubhouse. That's also on the island. With Siniya Island, you're buying into a lifestyle, 5-star resort style life for residents as well as for holiday makers. That is what you're buying into. So I'm going to give you an insight to the geography of where Siniya Island is. So let's have a look at the map here. So you've got the Palm Jumeirah, you've got the World Islands, you've got Palm Jebel Ali over here. Dubai Hills is where our office is at the moment. Zoom out a little bit more. You've got Sharjah over in this direction. And as you go past, you come to Al Quwain, and then you get to Ras Al Khaimah. In terms of the geography of where it's located, it's not all the way to Ras Al Khaimah, which is perfect. Every day we're having conversations with buyers and sellers. People that are selling their properties, a lot of them are from Europe, a lot of them are from areas in the world where traveling 30, 40 minutes, 1 hour is quite a normal thing on a daily commute, especially considering a lot of people are remote working. Now, this becomes a significant thing for residents. I mean, at the moment, there is a lot of talks about, people coming over to the casino, to the island, Al Marjan Island, which is over here, for holiday. But I think the thing that we're missing is the amount of people that will be quite happy traveling 40, 50 minutes to get into the central places in Dubai, such as downtown. So with that in mind, you will start seeing a lot of infrastructure being built, and there are plans for that. Not only are they prepping for the airport to be more suitable for people to fly in, and also the infrastructure to be supportive of people that are on holiday, but also you're going to see a lot more residents coming in and settling within Ras Al Khaimah and of course Al Quwain. Siniya Island is 15 minutes away from the Al Marjan Island, 38 minutes away from Dubai. So for commuters having to get into Dubai, residents, that becomes very interesting. I mean, you can settle in Dubai and you can get stuck in traffic for 30, 40, 50 minutes where the distances are not so far. So that is going to be very interesting to see how many people adopt this area for living. So let's talk economics. How do the numbers stack up? Guideline is 2,370 per square foot for a purchase on the island. At the moment, that would make a 1-bedroom apartment 1.2 million dirhams. Payment plan, 60-40, that's 60% up to the end of the construction and 40% on handover. In terms of what you would need to secure a unit, that would be a 20% down payment, and then you would basically pay every 6 months 10%. That would give you 60% paid, 40% is something that you can take a mortgage on, or you could potentially sell the property or pay the balance on handover. In terms of reselling, I mentioned this in the last video, you can resell these properties by paying 20% and then the next payment. So it's quite easily sold to another person if you had a change of circumstance or you wanted to take advantage of a price increase. It's quite normal for Sobha to increase their prices as they launch different buildings within any community. And now with the market exposure that they're having, especially with all of the money that they're spending on advertising, it seems likely that the prices will start to move up more drastically. They already have. In summary, Siniya Island is a unique proposition. It's a natural island, it has its own wildlife, and it's being enhanced to create something really spectacular. Number 2 is it's close to Dubai. 38 minutes is what we timed a trip over to Dubai, 15 minutes away from all the action in Ras Al Khaimah, Al Marjan, the new casino, the resorts, and it's cheaper than buying anything on that side. And strategically, I think because it's closer to Dubai, it will fare well. Again, thanks for watching the video. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy this sort of content. And if you did have any questions, I've left my telephone number in the description below, and I'd be happy to help you.